Ndul mapat mogo to na melweni kumtu malaria Uganda mete mon kichak peto yen mukene mangwaja riemo be wego bedio achen melweni kumtu malaria ipachi mapol ilobo Uganda kan watiki lok enike mukene mapol matut pe in iyup miloka ngema ojin.
At
least the one thing for now we can all agree on is the soap to use. He likes that it's big and lasts long.
Anti-economy.
I like that it keeps my skin smooth. Ate alina echovu. And the children like that. It smells amazing. Everyone is happy. Movit soap comes in 4 fantastic flavors. Movit family soap is truly soap for the whole family.
Movit. All day confidence.
Ndul mauri pe melweni ko malaria Uganda gitiki tamni mono dano chak peto yere mangweja riemo be machala we yo melweni ikom tuoni.
Right Honorable Prime Minister, government should now open an institute for the study of malaria at Lira University.
Lufu mapoli ya chwele wigitima wanyuan rituale kumfun mapapati kumtit kiyeri makikira poro kidong matit labon yat mo matika nyuano widano mapol ilo komyo mati mefu.
My youth has registered fumigators that should be doing that work.
Kadong Joel Senyo nyio lego ni mono IGG omior kwet ko lim michiling milion 100 makewae ni mono MPs ma Uganda guno kibot ngatimoni ni.
We challenged and continue to challenge the IGG to swing into action regarding this matter.
Amori hajuli bene kaneno yubmilo ngemo chwiny e Wan Luo television tin tiario nildwe aparario mejemi angwen e mwaka alibario kepiaro ya beach ania Sunday Akumu man Wan Luo television. Karibet ni mon gamente manyagane wake bod gankal mayot ko mokat kiyo mapol melni kumtu malaria keneti ya gwerme katikwere manyen pilotino meloni kumtu malaria kier oil padana meneko be kidong bene yup me bortinet ke bene yupo pachi wek no pi mabero magore bero periyene dul mokene makilungin ko tar kachel kinoni Uganda Civil Society Alliance Against Malaria go wani mon kichak beto yen mangwere mo be wekeloni kumtu malaria idok pachi mapol gien wani mo karma ngetike wedien makar pierdek magetike biak ni moro mokonyo matek riemo beki pachi padano dok dano omiero chak peto man me konyo yo mokene melweny enikom tuo malaria kilobo Uganda kanye na George pa Wan Luo television daspa gwel te yapach en keliki kuno matut lok padul man ikom lweny ikom tuo malaria.
Tute medwa koping ruom meto chala duogi metuo malaria Ministry ya mebo kom yot kom bino kato kede yora pol melweny ikom malaria mane kine gwero tino kede yan malaria kero udi roye lwa he kom burita na ruang cholo buge mago me pompi ametinget pashu kede regular nget pashu bera chin magi ber kidjama me ministry woni manunu ka tiu kede ber geon tu malaria inne ko japol dul me Uganda Civil Society Alliance Against Malaria boro yukam ko ni man kade ber gamente tiamo kato kede yora pol ametia konyatek Ilwenyi ko malaria ento hotela medul man Mathia Suna Mulumba otirni manunu otedero mir ber kere kara medang tikere yor kena megino kwere nungoni manu tiaber mano bero petu yen mago ameriemo ober.
What we are trying to promote here are mosquito repellents, because once we don't have mosquitoes in our communities, therefore we shall not have malaria. Prevention is always better than cure. These things are called repellent plants. Repellent plants, God made nature in such a way that we have plants for different purposes. And these plants have different ways of how they grow and why probably God created them. For example, this is rosemary. Rosemary is traditionally known probably
as a spice.
As a spice. When you come to the communities, everybody knows rosemary as a spice. And people have been growing it for ages. But it's not only a spice. It is a medicinal plant. When you feel it smell, it has a scent. This scent is what scents our insects. It's an insect repellent. And that's why we are saying it prevents, if you planted it around your home, it can prevent mosquitoes from attacking your home. Malaria attacking your home. This is rosemary. Everybody knows, not rosemary, night rose. Many people in our traditions, they come from Masaka Paso. But in our compound, we have these night roses. And some people think it's only flower. No, it's not only. It is medicine. When that smell that you have in the night is a very good scent. But the mosquitoes don't like it. And that's what sends away the mosquitoes.
Yen magia magin kono kobani mano kwere nungani mano ngweche tia meria mo bero ko dok bero yen na meka pir pahu mulombwa ilokere kero chamut ileg ma paj ba maguran na chochoki kar me gamen te berke kar me yabo atiatir agwera pitu malaria ikomotino en kono yaro wel kit ko yen magia magin kwere te nungani mano ngweche ria mo bero kai pahu.
We are actually under a study, under the ministry, with some partners. So far, in my catalog, I have about 30 plants, which we have found that they are repellents that are here and can grow in any part of Uganda.
I hope metu malaria meti yelo joy yoraraj polerwok ya pa district meti lang subregion mema me pale mena da ma pa district man beti engola kwa kono gamente me yabo ka kwan merwa mamalo elera university kun binu kemmo kwedo yen na pore pichang to malaria.
Right Honorable Prime Minister, government should now open an institute for the study of malaria at Lira University to lead research on new drugs and tests for malaria and how it spreads.
Yen ruta cheng kono mo ber minister me bo ko kom en koni kar medang tia yabo yoman me agwera pi komotino pi kom malaria en kono binu yaro kitame tu man tiene ko kere jom.
That every day we lose 16 people to malaria. That is a high number of children who die due to malaria. In a patch, last year, the entire year, a patch reported 41 deaths due to malaria. 4 children die every month. Compared to the national average, this is high because the different districts report either 1 or 2 deaths per month.
Amega chel me apaj man amego keting amenung berke kar me tertinere pinung agwera pitu malaria en kono terni manano tedero nu peron berke kar me to pola chala dogi me tu malaria en to tiatimere yen ka jo berke kar me wori yen na mo ber magamente pinung kon.
Secondary school, very smart accountable point.
Wan Luo television, just Pegwell, Yapach municipality.
Lufuma ya chole gwani mono wigiti monywane wa komyoma pat make kati kwere melweni kompere malola mepe idong bene lo komkelo kad mabupe chingen geno wani mono jomo kene wani mono tikeyeri akira pebe ka jomo kene wani mono kiti mano kikira yeri porete nywano gen mapol ikom kit mefuma meke geno wani mono dero matika tikilok mane tika wako yenti mawigoroche wako meto mojngom kila met mojngom ayoba kebene jomo kene makiti kwere poro manoki yubo ki chuma man benetiken lo der mo kene wayni mon giti ko ma ga pier genni choni ya chuli loyo tiki yedi pa mon ke ben yara kira me puni o wa don gen penyo yo mer ke kwan wa kenong fu ma go ma bub ni wak mo mai fu ma me ki ma chelo we biachara onen kong lokman matut ke bo David Magere eno nyo akulu fu ma pol ka chel kilo dero bene illa konfu ikomalo me Uganda.
Lufu kilo chadwil magen gi charo nyikodi machalo moranga anyogi kien kodi mukene gi tigi koro e kom dul magen gi ngiyo kit majeme karo gire wang chuk nyo iwa cho ni kiti ka gengo gi wako me kari wang boda ki nyikori mano gi kiro. Gien go biru ka nywako tam malupe ki peko magitika none malupe ki lokum chat ki wil ikom jemi magi fura machalo nyikodi. Mili Grace ajok tie la chat anyogi kon aki Gulu City en twala nyogi ne me karo ki wang boda ilego mechere South Sudan kon kokni joma gengio te wayo gipimu jami gi kon gimogo ni nyiga nyogi ne peti mabe to twal magen go chwalo kokomeno bod dun maloy lokum fu Uganda man Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries.
I'm one of the transporters of maize. One of the long Japanese border. Kawatina Nyori, or we borders. The one I know what is Yapi. Yam not the one that is a new one. And Guacamole Manachi, and one in Yari, Yam no one of Kiam and Yogi, Massina, Maris, why we Yapi.
Charles Opora Mati la fuwa nyogi Igulu District kono tiegi kit ko achiel meno.
Kumbe de chawa ne dan to confuse. Lan mego transport Gulu tayana no. Ibi muli ne kamo kay ne ka tek kuri tek gin magi kiero ka kinera no. Ay we no fun mo kana tiuli o mier ki no improve si de ka be kier o lu fu mier ki mo da kwen be da confuse.
E kare me gamo lok meno ki bolo dero ki jumati gi ngechi kom lok meno lona ajok tie la dero lokom funyo agriculture extension waka mati Gulu district kono wajini adada lok madoke kom ikom jema kiera ki matek tutwal ma mete matek tutwal ni omere gengi kit ma omere ki kere jemi
pero ma ya tutwal kaka kena anye kom lok gari fa gari product Joma ko ile ko ma to ki na mo pi gi ni to plan mo mi chawo mo wa ka mi chawo ko be ma be ko fe a wan ko gi ada procedure te ki yo ga fa ma kama challenge ba ga ki fe ga ko wele ma ki chawo no wele ba wele no che ma che la ba and the procedures ga ki fe ga fa ma in ka ki is more expensive ki ya ga fa is very expensive compared to conventional farmer. Ma ikumarme gala ka enni ko ilfu organic ilfu organic which are going from the Morocco. Maybe that is something mano kawa wata mo material organic is something that is discriminated. Then you are going to put a lot of inputs. If you care about the activities you want, we produce it maybe and why not at the same time for the teacher and really way not 11 mà đồ và nó bây giờ là cái đồ chiêu thì ya nhiều có chiêu thì kêu một con mà này thì sai sẽ đi còn và cô phải lo và phải quên rồi mà này cứ thui được mà về the right percentage.
Inoni Gadson Asime tiela derma aki mahif no Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries kono mogoni pero mo kenetie en ki bod jomeno ki beno lufu magenge gwako jemi sto mano ge balo kit mano merke ki kere jemi
probably aflatoxins
peko ni atu la kiko di kuira no ma no wa ketika jogo ya nyogo wa kwa de ento pol ka kui mana o penti ya nyogi ena ye aflatoxin kui mana beno machala dogi mepe gwako yichama mabe
or chemical residues that from fumigation
unyo udongi meya mano wa kikero mado moto ay ko nyiga ne to jomo kere ko no kero store adon kera nyuta go ne kache dong yani na o be ken ko magi ba
again on fumigation it's right they talked about it
Asime kono wachi gin maper tek lo aye mergi nyut ki bolu fu ki joma ki charo jemi ma chalo nyikodi joma be ma geromo gwoko ki jamgi we kama sin ma pimu chemical mati we cham no gen no pere we ben gi be ki chuk me chia
my youth has registered fumigators that should be doing that work
Ganka fu tie ma ocho e joma tiuti te honi kai bi kere cha mistoa pe yina ye kiro yare yo la de ma di ponyo ni
in their absence stop the extension work on how we can guide you
Lorangea Wan Luo TV David Magere
store ni lo konge la ponyo pu ka ni
but the way that pellet is put in you do not put it in the grind and mix
kita kitimo ke pe kere ko
The way it is done, it is put somewhere within the grain store and then you cover. Then it releases the fumes and they go into the grain, but not mixing outside, still outside the sack.
Kansil Megulu City utero tiane mono kichako rai muchore roma malo ikindano ikine belte biachara kidong jeme wae odi magati ene Sydney ene Lloyd City mango weni mono imwa alibri pirorio kijogo muchoro chilling million 100 chel pirario imwa kamolu bukora alibri piro dek kijogo chilling million 100 dek imwa kamo karne kijogo chilling million 100 biro kade imwa kaman girai dong kidwe areken mutung modong matiak mwakalim ene dong girai tie chilling million 100 ber ke piara dek manyone mono ken marai muchoro tika doma beto twal utit pagamenta donge tike genni mon gram rai chilling billion kole mwakani eni kacheo chake man mwakale manyen alibare pirio beach alibare piru bichel man ki gament materi man metdero Igulu City Ismail Jacob Jones Kelekwed Matut ikom Roma choko muchoro Igulu City
Gulu City Council gutiero tiara tiene gichako rai mupchor mapol ki kom jeme magitie Igulu City report magulu City katikede ikar me kachoke mo ki dana magitie ke biachar ka chel ki jime ke Igulu City diero man ko wajone ni chakke makali beru ke pier wachel muchor magen ki rai ki kom jime palwa uchako mete mater tutan gen ge wajone meno kar magen ki donyi tela no kit muchor mo no petie makira ki kom jime palwa ente yonge gichako rai muchor million 100 ke pierario mene mwakali beru ke pierario kai mwakali beru ke pierwa dek rai million 100 dek kai mwaka mokate gelaye million 100 biro kadonge mwakan man kon furu dong tuerio wekarli manutum donge rai chente makaro million 100 biro Dennis Sukot Chief Finance Officer Megulu City utero nimeno man chika bina machada dugi me kachoke kimi ungeki wegi jeme magitie Gulu City.
That in the wrong way. What do we use property rates for? One is meant for road construction and road maintenance, street lighting, public health and sanitation, just like my colleagues have said, anti-malarial drains, physical planning, and other activities that are agreed upon by you, the property owners, and the authority.
And tierne meno, gitiki gan ma terturan nigibirai muchor ma o billion kudo, ikara mau dongi, kitung chel, alfedo kwa, mea Megulu City, tierne meno, kachoke magichako karone, kachel ki lutimbia char kidong wegi jimi Megulu City, tiegena chel, matika kela dogi mabe.
When I came to office, I introduced meeting with landlords. And this one, I think, is the 4th or the 5th meeting that I've been having with the landlords. It was the first time in the history of Gulu City to have a meeting with landlords. Am I lying? Regularly, so that we hear your challenges. And today, the main reason for calling for this meeting, which I want to put it very clearly to you, is about property tax.
Kwa wajene meno, chente magichoke kum jimi man, gitiyu kwere me yupu jimi mungu mabejo, mai kinatie ye gudu, maluak mir gen guti yem.
I'm very happy that we are all here. The money that we already collected for this financial year is about 730 million. Transparency is very important. When we came to office in 2000, there was nothing declared as collected from property tax. In 2021, we managed to collect 120 million. 2022, we collected something like 300 million. Last year, we collected about 700 million. But what we have collected for the last 10 months have already passed what we collected last year. So remaining 2-3 months, we may reach 1 billion or plus.
And don door bot down magit kitiki Jimmy Gulu City, no mere go metik rebe, kilu teach me Gulu City Council. And to Charles Unen, Won kompa wigi jeme mate Gulu City ke biashara itedul mamegime Property Owner Association ulegone miro dar magen ki char ka moko wel jime ma mir ki ramu chor ye o mir gen go lakket metike
Become the value. But I would like to say, going forward, let's change how the valuers come and do their work. Because personally, I've never been even interviewed by any valuer. Sometimes I come and find him sitting with a tailor in front of my shop, and he says, I have done it. When I say, who is this one? He says, he's a valuer. What is he doing here? He has valued the property. I don't know what questions they are supposed to ask and how prepared we are. But going forward, if there's any valuation, let's get them to meet the owners of the properties and they talk and they get the facts about the property and the inflows to the landlord.
Nen wajone gitiki luar ma tekran ket ma jo man kono gitika tikeri kom karman pinongo ngej e kom biachara palutim biachar me sitiman man ukatikar me kachoke mo me breakfast madul me bank ma diet me housing finance yubo ka chelki Gulu City Council Ismail Jacob Jones pe Wan Luo Television Gulu City.
Inge kati kimiyo fony bolo tino kwan kibene jingo ko geni kumkwano Dirme Science Roma University dul mokene makiliwani Monoforum for African Women Educationalist manfawe Uganda yomachek wakati kamiyo kwan bolo tino kwan makargen pia bichel magiti kwano Science Gulu University kidongbene gai kwan mokene Roma malo endiko malo melobo Uganda Calvin okelola tit pa dul mefawe Uganda wani mono dul makitman omiergo chakchungelo tino kwan kabengete ko gen weki il malo rome fonye mapapati ko malo melo Uganda man weng futiki mir Mariamo changeno bana yupa nyimba lokom fonye iko malo melo man wanen kong lokman matut committee yub melo wange mojin.
Very proud lab technician.
Kwana higina chel maudong iluba chuli mamerani omiru ki ripching mitielo konyo ko lutieno makero gi pe yo mechulu kwan manu wego dula chel makilunge ni fawe Uganda gukatika chulu lutieno piera bichel Igulu University magitika kwano sayan neno ni anyim gi uberu mabe rocho kidme kwo itum kumalo melubu Uganda Calvin Okelo mauchung kawang fawe Uganda Dr. Yuki Dulman oteroni gengi konyo lutieno anyira ka chel kia ube magoti upeny mabe doker gi pere ichulo kwan neno ni ikonyo gi.
We are proud and we are committed to working with Akumu University. Currently we have about 60 students we are supporting here at Akumu University and we hope we got funding from MasterCard Foundation to support 1,800 students for the next 7 years up to 2030. And we are committed that we shall continue working with the university. And we appreciate the management of Akumu University for the quality of education they have continued to give our students. Our chief guests, our alumni who have completed, if they are to come here and testify the kind of jobs they have got, what they are doing, you will appreciate that our university has given quality education to the student. And we continue to encourage them that let us strive hard as they say that the sky is the limit.
Jacqueline Auma la ten kwan mau no gum me kwan nono kondul mana yo chule utero ni kum kani tika tiu tiche dok luteno kwano miero oket chwingi ka kwan.
I had finished my senior 4 with 11 points, but I could not proceed in school because of the circumstances around me. So that's how FAWE takes me up, pays for my high school and for my university. And as I speak, I'm a chemical engineer who was once employed, but I chose to stand away from employment. I'm now a CEO, running a consultancy firm, doing works for the industries in Uganda, mentioned the Coca-Colas, the Pepsi, the Nile breweries, and I'm an employer. So dear girls and boys, yeah, we may come from various backgrounds, we may come with a lot of hardships, but all is possible.
Kadong Professor Christine Uriema won kom me bot fawa Uganda ukatini mirigitie me lekoluak me kati ka konyo dulman me chulu kwan palutiano pien gi jenge ikom kony ma aki bod luak ma ite dero kaki gorgi me chulu kwan palutiano.
We are relying so much on donors. How about our own initiative? What are we doing? What are we contributing? As the chairperson board of directors, people are asking me all round, being it Uganda here or Igulu here or wherever, do you have sponsorship? Do you have sponsorship? Sometimes I fail to answer, but if I was to be rude, I would say, how much have you contributed so that FAWE can what? Get that. But I don't ask that. I'm only urging you people to join that, and we join hand with FAWE Uganda and we contribute. We have a campaign of 20,000 shillings only. We call it 20K. Yes, we have my 20K campaign.
Lutiano kwan madong dulman ochulo karo alibachel kulo kiwie dok gichulo lutiano kwan magimiero kwano science university mapat ilobo man pi Wan Luo TV Jonisani uchaka chon Igulu City.
Fauch madit bot Jonisani uchaka chon pikelewa report meno. Ilorangea mukene dano magiti wesna ilatira lotela kidong luak matadera met ni mon kamente melo Uganda oduok chen kabeno chim bakoko zo bakoro ikin lotela magiti kamente melo man gino waini mon pe tekni mon kichi meno dok chen nge belta okono pe mwaka para bikameno bede kono dok pen go joren matakar mo dugu chen pajo eyob mauti me ya chak me chabit man yon du paraka kabero mati ya Ivo Division man ya Rua City wanen kong matut kebo Robert Ariakam. Avutia Malone matime ya Maivu Division ya Rua City oweni mon kedben monojema Paul mo berutio wego en bakoko rinyo mechirete okono imwaka alibario kia biro gitika neni monojema wengnunge wego dogangit ento miyarke miyiboten kare kichi meno bet irome minister kare bet ni mono kui fudong loke tika bini ya nyimi. Eno pa matek President Yoweri Museveni piper kichuny mabe meye kiba koko medugu chen pajo.
Ma pieces of Bako, military massive barrier, and in my body, in the town, to Yaisuri, Matria Kodia, Akane, the Katola Kurati, Nios Para,
Malone wajibot minister matere pilokom lumon machon manhuda oleru metich kono metero dwan ge pot President Yoweri Museveni weke duok bakoko katich bot kamente meloboni enim. Wadri Sam Nyako matime ya Meya Rua City upawa matek loba pigwako bakoko kabeno waini mono en piere teklo tuwa niu yedu kuchen pajo ni yake te okono.
Amafi mwana minister Oleruda asigapi okala marani marani kwa ni materu gana siri
Eno waini mono iebe beru yom kachegi wini mon President Yoweri Museveni ochimo bakoko maberkela mita mamege ilokom tekwaro kachel kimato put. Wang President Yoweri Museveni ya Rua City Salim Komakecho waini mono tekwara mapola ya berka gen mapire tek dok bene kichago dong tekwara manyen kidugu chen pabakoko i West Nile. Alioni yok Odria mati MP Maringa South owaini mono bakoko tinga na piere tek dok eneti wang mabit loe mekare mano kelo kuch pilwak may West Nile. Maureen Osoru mati MP Pimon Maya Rua City ojola matek bakoko ka waini mon eno fritila tini karma bakoko odonyo itela ilobo Uganda. Geoffrey Feta MP pilwak Mayivo East Division owaini mono piere tek ni mono ke wek dong ten loko mabero kia poka ente kare man kinene kidugu chen kichung kachel ikom bakoko. Kanso meta loro matie wuod baba koko molo meka wang lo pala kilo tingeno mameke owani mono gin gichako bedo kiokwer mugwako palo chon ikarma mana oriyo waka mono en furitie mwaka matiri dok dongi timo man pi mwaka ya pao ya biro. Igara matika loki luak bakoko foy matek luak me West Nile kidong ayivo pijolo en chen pacho. En owani mon eyo matek dok ben bichung bod dano pachalo bakoko piere kene ento en pi machon dok ben tije mapol mai maro ni mon kitim piluak mai kabiro mamike. Minister matiri pilokom lumon machon Huda Oleru ma obedo kone yub man wewela wara ofoyo matek bakoko pidugu chen pajo kibene kit magijole kwere. Eno chieke bene metero lok padano maikin pachi ikom bakoko nikichim eno dok minister onyobeno dok kin moentelagamente pa President Yoweri Museveni ebichwaro lok man bod President Yoweri Museveni. Wan Luo Television, Robert Ariaka Arua City. Kichimo wang lunyor ka ben kichiko gien me jokoro wigi lokom di lotino kwan me kwan jemo na nyoro yemiero madon perwate kemire palatin kwan nyoker manti kwere man ingito nyoya dam karibe ni moro nyoro moken mapol gicho lotino mechara kwan jemo ken ne kiwani mono man perwate dok bene pol kare wega lunyoro gi onyo chen ginono dok bene riemo dan me dok chen chan kene mo lotino kwan go kwan jemo gen pemiro nyo bene pegram timo na rama kala laga mabe ikwo menino duju Lokmano katika Arua City West Nile kama John Paul Opio te konope Wan Luo TV.
Pikare mapol araromi Uganda mapol utie kanedieng makwe ilembe majuru nyoru yenyo kanedioge kagi mitugidwogi ni ngati moku. Anyway, shmuaidho ana safina nyati kwan Mimuni Girls Secondary School.
Career pathways, at times, let me put for examples, let me say me. I may be wanting to do sciences. Then my dad will say, you do arts. But if I go for arts, I would fail. My potential is in science. And now if I go for arts, I will fail. So I would advise that parents should also understand their children as their children understand them. So as to be in good terms and to make that child achieve his or her goal. Like me personally at our home, I told my dad that I want to do arts. And then he told me, no, I should go for sciences. I did not disagree with him because I can also perform in sciences and arts at the same time. But I said my potential mostly is in arts. I love speaking and I would love to do some career related to speeches and everything. And he wanted me to do engineering. But I said, it's well, I will go for PCM.
Ediofe Girls Secondary School Josephine Lemira washu yania ya juru nyoru pare gidie keyen pare malembe no weke pare ingeng matush.
Okay, parents usually interfere in our career path. Like for me, I have always wanted to be a pharmacist, but my parents want me to become an engineer. So in such a moment, you're supposed to seek career guidance. Seek career guidance from someone who is going to talk to you and your parents, who will help you and your parents understand that no career is better than the other. All careers are the same. So when a child's passion lies in a career, let them allow that passion the child go in that path.
Maybe how do you go with it when they told you that yes, you deserve? Nikom lembe eni jumumaro lemponjiri ube kwa jurunyuru ni miyo kony matira ni rawia migi mani wiberu kutuolo ishwe karawia migi gwesh lembe maber.
Yes, according to also what you have talked about in this session, our career can majorly be affected through these things of poverty, lack of fees, discouragement in each and every way. And I am really afraid, and I have also been discouraged, especially me myself, because I've had a career of becoming a lawyer. I am doing a combination that I can become a lawyer, and it has been my passion from since then. But if I see the way people talk about the course fee of law, all the years, spending all that money, and my family background, it is really looking like a challenge. But I am just continuing hoping for the best, because hope is the last thing that one can always have. And I hope the best in what way I don't know, but I will achieve my dreams, and I fight to do that.
Sunday Obaro Japonja Shell Mio Travel Secondary School Omio Paro Pare Kumai.
I would say
in that aspect, parents are actually they have erred. Like, say for example, student A may be good at particular subjects that may lead him to doing a particular course. Then student B may also be good at particular subject that leads him or her to do a particular course. For the case of, for example, if a student wants to be a doctor, you cannot tell this student, you go and do literature, fine art, and maybe history. That is the subject you are good at. No. Or else, if a student tells you that wants to be, for example, you journalists, people take your profession for granted. If a student says, I want to study these subjects and want to become a journalist, parents should be able to give them what their heart desires are. Many times parents err by dictating on their children, and you find many times children don't succeed after their education.
Maybe financial. Professor Joseph Bada Makere University Business School bende owacho yani alembe nuketa wiya mapol ni rwinyo anyimigi.
Question and confusion has been around for some time. A student chooses his or her career. Say wants to become a medical doctor, a lawyer, an engineer, a journalist. Then the parent has different view. My advice is the student should do what he or she can manage. Because sometimes the parent may choose profession the student is not interested in. And at the end, we're going to have wrong professionals at some places who are not going to perform or do the professional work. And sometimes students can be guided. If the parent guides the student, if you take this career, this is how your future is going to be. Then, based on that advice, if the student appreciates, can take it. But otherwise, forceful making somebody to do a combination which is not of his or her own interest can frustrate the student at the end.
Okay. Kwendenu tiatira fe kamaleng yani ajuru nyodu omako omeparo nirawia migi peniani diogi. Wan Luo TV opio John Paul Iarua City.
La dela pa juma pecho government or moko chek melobo Uganda man Joel Senyonyi okatika olegani mono IGG yo konkwe doko liman maweni mono MP zwengu no chiling million 100 kurune piani meno pole peti logada eno wani mono peti ngat mo mabeno katika yeni mono eno chiling man unyo bene peti dulmo katika wani mono genge chora chende bot MP za kano mege wen chiling million 100 we loken ya danetek endong beno chego bol kuime we ka Medio MPs ne ko mi borgen chilling ma ogamo onyuma fut pe ya ogamo na mi orgam chilling man we ko kon gin mai tedero ni kiyot moko chek melobo Uganda wateki Fred Kajubi pe Wan Luo television. MPs mapegi cho government ko bir ka choke mona lora wed menyama jim mapol matika time karman yot moko chek melobo Uganda. Itetela pa LOP Joel Senyonyi giru nyamolong mapol kala chen gulo kilo cholo ngake met mon government money office pa IGG beti kamia ko kwed matek lokom chilling million 100.
Things that we must do and the things that we mustn't do. And recently we did take a stand against corruption and irregular payments to members of parliament. We chose to do it by signing a resolution that was passed in a meeting of the opposition caucus meeting to disassociate ourselves from this illegal payment, irregular, of 100 million shillings to members of parliament from the classified budget of State House, to reject it with all the contempt that it deserves. We challenged and continue to challenge the IGG to swing into action regarding this matter, and we're also challenging General Museveni to account for these classified expenses. And we are hoping that he will also release a full list of all of those who have been paid from this classified money of State House.
Anyway, ni mono MPs makargen pier biero ario dongu moko ni mono gien pege ye gamo chente man doko mioro po doni account ge wai ni mono kachike kero chingi ket man te lok ni mono getika wine ke luak kanyuala Uganda mene ni ketemu jing wen kama lengi wang luak dok bene diamata kono getiro maleng ko tich kilim. Senyo nyondo wani mono enemiyo kor bodan magiti poko liman mayar kamaleng ngati maiken madli mando nya kano mege kao chai matek timakit man. En beno lego anyuala Uganda peme miya ola matek bot MPs kilok ni mon guchi gam chente man ento omer kuket gini liaro metet kote kilim ki ben weni gamente omiero tim jimi kamaleng gomji badiel. Opposition gewani mono MPs makomiyo bot gin chiling milion 100 obero chule pichwalo woko chik mamako loko mwanyi man National Coffee Amendment Bill mawake bae woko dul ma Uganda Coffee Development Authority UCDA kabene tiepe joma kuchwako katiki chik man maneno loko mwany mayeni mono omiero kinene kichako piri komchibilian inyim kot mamony mafut loke kar mane tie inyim ot moko chik melobo Uganda ni. Gien bene meti mon gi chakwedo ibiekle mogo magitika miyo ne kilwoni mon classified peke tiero matut kono chier bot dul mukene magien wani mon man miyo kare manyuar kotich kilim panyuale Uganda. Pelo ang'e mochwiny e Wan Luo Television, Fred Kajubi. Hilo wangeya mamaro biashara luchat ke wil ke dano magono fonye ne woke bodul ma Enterprise Uganda gitiki nged ni mon gibi chako dong bana la kamanya ni kom biashara meki mane kit me chato wil dor lim ki bene kit me gwa kolim kachel kinyayo ne onen kang report kum lo wangeya me biashara
fonye man madul ma Enterprise Uganda tika timone kachel ki dul ma Emprotect okelo kachel lutim biachara kachel ki dano magochako biachara ki komge gen piera dek magitika timo biachara ma pat makine ke ye jimi mefu yonge fonye minena bechel dano magitika no fonye man gu katiki lok gitiki gen la bunen e biachara ma megim.
It is very key to come up with a business plan. That is the core, because without a roadmap on what you're doing, you can't move any further than that. So having a business plan, designing the goal, objectives, they're really, really key.
For me, what stands out is improving on the personality of the entrepreneur, because a lot of things actually hinge on us as business persons, and many times we don't even realize that actually it affects our team, it affects our customers and our performance.
Karo an abido amir choyo plan mi biachara mabe yana nyang kar pa choy mabe do abibela neno ka lugu ko biachara na tika kela chiling ke pe kela chini tidong amiro nyae mukene
no wandera mati director me growth oriented SMDS dok benetiu ke Enterprise Uganda utiero pingo dulme Enterprise Uganda guyu bufonye machalo kitman kilo team biachara me Gulu City.
Our interaction we've had with them, they are quite good, quite promising. They are coming up with aggressive business goals that they want to pursue as one of the key lessons from the training. So I believe Gulu is going to change with the change that they are going to receive from this training. Basically, this training focuses on the individual, the I, because we strongly believe that through the door to success opens from within, from inside the individual.
Kitungchel, Nelson Oluko, Director me Everest, Superfits, Mathieu Batege Levi Division, Tieng Archel Madong Tiki Gan Material, Nian Laga Madiet, Bin Nan, Kit Metimo Biachar, Megidok Bene Tiki Ganne, Ibit King 8 man, Mefonyo Danamo Kenne.
Ko Mamega, Ikit me Medungage, Ikit me Repe, Idok me Biachara, Kibana, Ikit me Wakolu Teach. ki ya kit me neno ne production ma mega o meti mi chera nyim si aneno ne enti yo mabe mi loko ko pa wan ti mo biono kabiro an entrepreneur okay ana be da ka neno ne ni jo mo peng mano peng gi pe ke ngech ikit mi timo bia char afonyo gi wek go be ke ngech ikit mi dor bia char ma begi
Julie Ochama, Director Nesta Point Enterprise, Mathieu Gulu City, wajone tie ki gan me dokchen ka chako choyo pin kit mabia chara mege tie ka wat kwede.
I feel like any other entrepreneur out there must benefit from such a training. So there is a lot I'm going to take from this training. First of all, the traits of the behaviors of an entrepreneur. Like after this, I definitely know how to do a few things as me, and I've learned how to work in teams. On top of that, I've learned how to develop a business plan, come up with a product, and a lot of other things that sincerely, it's very applicable in my business.
Wan Luo TV, ulogo kidara mokene, magete fonye man, kagen ko katiki nerma big game.
I've not been managing records well, and I've not been putting in a lot of effort to know who my suppliers, my genuine suppliers are. Am I making profits or losses in this business? Those are some of the main things that I'm going to change about my business, and also how to follow up with my clients, what to know about my clients, what do they want, during what time, the timing of stocking, of bringing in products is also one of the key components that they emphasize. You will not bring stock at any time of the season or of the business. Given the fact that I'm an agro-input dealer, we work on seasons.
And wajane wiati no pengeo. Awene mau miergene kel jimi ma chara kelwak ma eni tiu kwedem. Christine Auma, Mati Director me Innovation Village, Mathieu Gulu City, tie ngara chel ma woki fonye machal kitman, dok beno terro, aloka ngo, ma fonye man ukele biya char ma megem.
I'm grateful that I had the chance to go through all your mentorship program for 5 years. In the house, I have colleagues that we belong with in the same network of Gulu City, and the You Will chapter leader for Gulu City. We are holding hands together and growing together. 2019, I was able to win an award as entrepreneur of Northern Uganda.
And wajani meno, neno gitie ma terran, mekela laka kitma kitim kerbia chara, ma pat my city man.
People who are into the education, the health sectors, we have traders, we have those who are into agro processing, those who are into money lending, and many more. So they are here for 6 days, and through this workshop, which is a transformative workshop, we believe that by the 6 days they will be completely changed in their attitudes, in the way they look at things, in the way they take decisions, in the way they take actions.
Dharma gitika no fonyeman tie yekine dharma gicharo jimi mamalo kumfu lutembia char mokene dharma gicharo kodi ka chelki jimi mefu dharma gimi chente me den dharma gu chako gai kwan kidong dharma mokene bagu chako chuma mogo matiano tenom. Ismail Jacob Jones be Wan Luo Television Igulu City.
Avoid actual report pa Ismail Jacob John kibena in mabirka wantine yub meloange mochun wa oya gikne ania Sunday Akumu meche kene no Wan Luo TV yub mokene te kabiru pe in kan.